right, guys. Let's talk about it. So the newest Rarity Collection, Rarity Collection 2, just got all of its cards announced and will be released very soon, and it's bad. Rarity Collection 1 was one of the best things to happen to TCG Yu-Gi-Oh! In a while. It reprinted so many different cards, so many different meta staple cards that some of them weren't necessarily needed for price-wise, some of them were absolutely needed for price-wise. Got cards as high as $20, $10 down to a few bucks, and even some more cards that were even higher priced than that, really far down on sort of the budget level, so that budget players could actually have a chance to play with them. Did Rarity Collection 2 do the same thing? So here's the problem. Obviously, they couldn't completely replicate what happened with Rarity Collection 1. Rarity Collection 1 was such an insane set, insane value. It's hard to get that kind of success. However, what they did with Rarity Collection 2 is even worse than you could think. Obviously, I'm no fool. I didn't expect that we were going to see reprints of Snake Eye cards or Bonfires or cards like that anytime soon. SP, right? Although, I'm just saying it would have been nice. I didn't expect it. However, I certainly didn't expect that we were going to get our 300,000th MST reprint and our another dozen Twin Twister reprint. Was that really what we needed? I certainly wasn't expecting to get a reprint of a card that just got hits on a limited list in Anti-Spell Fragrance. And of course, got to throw in the Skill Drain in there because honestly, that's not even that bad of a reprint. That's one of the better ones because Skill Drain's always kind of expensive just because it's Skill Drain. But more to the point is that there's not a lot here. What are some of the best reprints that are in this set? I mean, Guardian Chimera, that's pretty nice. That's a pretty good card to make cheaper. I mean, Psychic End Punisher is a pretty good reprint as well. And we also get the opportunity to get multiple different rarities of the Alt Art, IP, and Appaloosa, but that's kind of where the conversation ends. The rest of the set is just dud after dud. There is one decent reprint in there for like legacy formats with Charge of the Light Brigade, which is pretty nice. But like compared to Rarity Collection 1, it's like not even a contest. Like I said just before, I don't think you can replicate the success of Rarity Collection 1 1-to-1, but the gap between the two is massive. And yet this is going to be touted as the next thing, the next Rarity Collection that you should be buying if you're getting into Yu-Gi-Oh! Or that you should be buying if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I'm gonna be honest, I don't see people really buying into that. And it's honestly just because there's nothing really that exciting in this set. I mean, I don't even think you need to put recent cards in there. What about just some cards from a year, 2 years ago? Where's Fenrir, for example? Why not have Fenrir in there? We know that it's a staple card at this point. We know that it's in a lot of decks. Why not just put Fenrir in the Rarity Collection? Why not we put some, like, I don't know, some tier cards in there? Why don't we put some sprites in there for fun, right? I mean, I know sprites weren't the most expensive deck in the world, but I mean, it'd be better than another Blue Eyes alternative dragon? Really? Was that what people wanted, was a Blue Eyes alternative dragon? I know part of the Rarity Collection is also for like collectors and people to be able to bling out their deck, upgrade their deck. But at that same time, I don't know if this is really going to do that in the same way that Rarity Collection 1 did. I mean, sure, you can bling out maybe your IP can now be the alt art in like a quarter century secret rare. Congratulations. But outside of that, like, it's not like you're getting your Nibiru's from here or your Lightning Storms or anything like that. You're kind of just getting cards that were already pretty available to have some good rarities to them, but you just have another set to spend money on. This goes back to the main issue that I've had, and I kind of discussed it in my previous video that talked about the problem that Rarity Collection 1 reveals, and it's that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just so not friendly to budget players, and this is not helping. Rarity Collection 1 was a good step in the right direction, and I mentioned in that video that I was hoping that we would see more. And when we finally have gotten more here with the Rarity Collection 2, I'm sorely disappointed. It is certainly not, it's more, but it's not better more. It's simply just another set with cardboard in it. Like, when you're watching some of these sneak peek videos and you have these content creators who get the set ahead of time and are able to open it up and look inside what's going on, Rarity Collection 1 was super hyped. People were super excited. Every content creator, big content creator that has Konami's respect, got a set early, and the comments were blowing up with people just super excited, talking about what kind of rarities they wanted for their cards. I go over and watch some of the early openings for Rarity Collection 2, and the conversation is much different. The conversation is, wow, what a letdown. Wow, this stinks. Wow, I can't even think of what the highest value card in here, what the most exciting card is in here, because there's not that much. Access code, I guess, which has already been reprinted already, and sure, it's still kind of like, last time I checked, it was like $30, $25, $30. Sure, it'll be probably about like $5, $10 now, maybe even less, which is really nice, especially for the Cybers players out there who haven't been able to access him yet. But you could just reprint access code in a different set. Like, is this really the set where that was supposed to happen? Is this the set that Konami wants to tout as like their new budget-friendly, new like big banger set? Like, we used to have the collector's tins every year, and those things were just like, that's where you went to go get your staple cards because they would get reprinted and they were super exciting, but you would only get a few of them. But now we have Rarity Collection, and that's supposed to be the replacement, given how Rarity Collection 1 was and how great it was. But they're following it up with Rarity Collection 2, and I don't see how it sells. I seriously don't see how it sells, and I'm kind of concerned that if it doesn't sell, that's just going to immediately make Konami say, oh, you guys don't want to buy our product that's budget friendly? Well, then we're going to stop making it. Rarity Collection 3, not going to be a thing. We're going to just go right back to our normal thing. It's very frustrating to me as a budget player who doesn't want to spend $120 on an SP Little Knight, or doesn't want to spend $1,000 on a Snake Eye deck to be able to compete. There are so many different cards that you could print in a Rarity Collection set, just like you did with Rarity Collection 1, that could make a big impact. You don't have to print SP in Rarity Collection 2. I knew that wasn't going to happen because it was such a recent card. But why not something a little older? Why not something that has already started to drop in price, like a Fenrir, and put that in here so that it's already dropped in price? Let's just get it out there in the open so everybody can use it. And there's other examples of that too. I just don't understand why Konami makes these decisions where they just, every time it feels like they get a win, a genuine 100% actual win, it immediately just falls back with another negative, immediate step backwards, and we're right back to where we were before all of their wins in the first place. It's frustrating. I wish Konami was a little bit more open about how they make some of these decisions. I wish that they would just be a little bit more friendly to the player base, especially in terms of our wallets, because I mean, I can't speak for you, the viewer, but I know for me, one of the most important things in my life right now is my finances. And at the end of the day, Yu-Gi-Oh is a passion of mine, but it's also something that costs money if I want to stay involved with it. And that becomes really difficult when you feel like there's some kind of barrier to entry. Yes, I can go to locals and I can play with a suboptimal deck and be fine. I don't have to play Snake Eyes to have fun. But I don't necessarily think that buying a Snake Eyes deck is the only thing that Yugi has a problem with. There's a bunch of different staple cards that, or just relatively recent cards that could be printed in these sets. Why is it 25th anniversary, the set release that is like, here is where all your meta stuff is? Because in the 25th anniversary 2 set that we're getting right now, that's not what it is. It's not one of those sets. This is a side set that is for collectors and is for Edison players and has a few chase cards at the most. It is a generic set. Rarity Collection 2, unlike Rarity Collection 1, will go down as being a forgotten set that nobody remembers, except that it was a letdown from Rarity Collection 1. And I really think that's a missed opportunity. I really think Konami's shooting themselves in the foot by making these decisions. But I'm not the rich guy at the top making the decisions, so what do I really know? Guys, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Are you frustrated with Rarity Collection 2? Are you excited for Rarity Collection 2? If you are, hey, don't let me stop you. Comment down below why you're excited and let me know your thoughts. If you like this video, make sure you hit like button and hit subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'd really appreciate your help in doing so. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.